Hello, myself, Dr. D.K. Shedge, working as a professor in Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering of AISSMS Institute of Information Technology, Pune. In this small presentation, I wish to discuss the negative feedback amplifier in general and its advantages and disadvantages. Feedback is one of the fundamental process not only in electronics but in a number of other systems also the feedback is used. The feedback process can be defined as whenever a portion of output signal is fed back towards input signal in order to form a part of the system which will have the control over the output. Such system is called a feedback system. When feedback network output and input of the system are in phase, then it's called as positive feedback or a regenerative feedback. This kind of positive feedback always strengthens the input signal. Whenever feedback network output and input signal are out of phase, then it forms a negative feedback or also called as degenerative feedback or inverse feedback. Such kind of inverse feedback or negative feedback weakens the input signal. This negative feedback is used to improve the control over voltage gain, input impedance, output impedance, bandwidth, and actually so many are advantages of negative feedback. This is the basic block diagram of negative feedback amplifier, wherein you are able to see the amplifier, basic amplifier with a gain of A, feedback network with a factor of beta, and negative feedback here is applied because minus sign here indicates a negative feedback. Xi will be given by xs minus xf, then it will be called as a negative feedback. If this is a positive or in phase with xs, then it will be called as a positive feedback. So the transfer function or output upon input of this negative feedback amplifier can be found out very easily. We can write first equation for xi. Xi will be given by xs minus xf as there is a negative feedback, but xf is a part of output which will be given by xf is equal to beta into xo. Then we can substitute xf in first equation of xi. That equation now will be xi equal to xs minus beta into xo. And also the output of basic amplifier can be very easily given by xo is equal to a into xi. There we can substitute this xi, and if we reshuffle the equation, we will get very easily the gain of this negative feedback amplifier AF as xo divided by xs, a divided by 1 plus a beta, where a is the gain of this amplifier, basic amplifier, beta is the feedback factor. Normally, gain of basic amplifier a is very larger and beta is a fraction less than or equal to 1. That's why a beta number is also 2 larger than 1. That's why we can neglect a beta. We can neglect 1 as compared to a beta, and approximate equation for AF will get as 1 divided by beta. So indicating that the gain of feedback, negative feedback amplifier will be given by 1 divided by the feedback factor of the feedback circuit. Actually, basic amplifier will be composed of our active device and the number of components, whereas feedback network normally in negative feedback amplifiers will be of passive elements. That's why we can form beta a very stable network, and we'll get first advantage AF is equal to 1 by beta a stable, or AF the feedback gain independent of the active device. Advantages and disadvantages of negative feedback. Here we can get the advantages as first advantage gain sensitivity, because just now we saw that AF will be given by approximately will be given by 1 upon beta. That's why gain will be independent of A, thus will be independent of parameters of our active device, which may be BJT or MOSFET. These parameters are normally subjected to change in the supply voltage, even change in the environmental conditions. That's why this circuit improves the gain sensitivity, the stability of gain gets improved with the help of negative feedback. This is the first advantage. Second advantage is increase in bandwidth. We got here that gain of feedback amplifier will get reduced as compared to A, because it will be given by A divided by 1 plus A beta. So it will be reduced by a factor of 1 upon 1 plus A beta. As gain will be getting reduced by a factor of 1 plus A beta, normally for any system, any amplifier, gain into bandwidth product remains constant. So if gain gets reduced, the bandwidth gets increased. That is one of the advantage of negative feedback amplifier. Bandwidth extension, bandwidth gets increased. Here bandwidth will be expected to be increased by a factor of 1 plus A beta. Noise sensitivity gets improved, because any noise signal which will be coming at input now will undergo the less amplification, and that's why we'll have larger value of signal to noise ratio as compared to basic amplifier in case of negative feedback amplifier, and noise sensitivity will get improved. The fourth advantage is the reduction in nonlinear distortion. As the gain gets reduced by a factor of 1 divided by 1 plus A beta, that's why any distortion occurring in a basic amplifier also will get reduced by a factor of 1 plus A beta, and there will be reduction in non-linear distortion which may occur in case of basic amplifier, now will get reduced in case of negative feedback amplifier. Last is the most important advantage of negative feedback amplifiers, that is control of impedance levels. We can either increase or decrease input impedance as well as the output impedance depending on the subtype of feedback, negative feedback. So we can make the particular amplifier to tend towards its ideal characteristics, like voltage amplifier, current amplifier, transconductance amplifier, transresistance amplifier. Accordingly, we can adjust the values of input impedances and the output impedances. And this is the most important advantage of negative feedback amplifier, that we can control the impedance levels at input and output, and that's why we can make the particular type of amplifier to tend towards its ideal characteristics. It had got only two disadvantages. First disadvantage is circuit gain will get reduced. Circuit gain will get reduced, but uh, whenever we are getting good stability, the reduction in circuit gain can be neglected. Second advantage is stability of amplifier. Whenever we are operating any amplifier at very higher frequencies, there comes some parasitic elements into picture, and if there is a closed path formed from output to the input, it may happen that at very higher frequency the circuit may become unstable. It may start to oscillate. It will start to self oscillate, and this may be the only disadvantage which may be major in case of the feedback amplifiers whenever we are operating the feedback amplifiers at very higher frequency. The circuit may self oscillate at a very higher frequency, and that's why it will become a concern at a very higher frequency, the stability of circuit. Only these two disadvantages, but there are many advantages. The two disadvantages can be neglected as compared to many advantages of the negative feedback amplifier.